Hello and welcome to my story time. In this video, I will read a story from the Panchatantra. The title of the story is The Owl and the Swan. Once there lived a swan and an owl in a jungle. They were good friends, but there was one problem. The swan was the king of the swans in the jungle, but the owl was a common bird. I wish I were a king too, the owl wished often. One morning, when the owl woke up, he saw an army of soldiers under his tree. He had an idea. He flew to the swan and invited him to his tree. "O swan, this is my kingdom. The men here are my army," bragged the owl. Just then, the captain of the army ordered his men to move. Hearing this, the owl decided to show off. "Let me show the swan what power and command I hold," thought the owl. He flew over the captain, hooting loudly. Now the captain of the army believed in omens. He felt the owl's hooting was not a good sign and decided not to travel that day. "We will camp here for another day and leave tomorrow," he told his men. The next morning, the owl decided to show off to the swan again. "Let me make it clear to the swan who the boss is," he thought. As the soldiers were getting ready to leave, the owl flew over the captain's head again, hooting loudly. The captain was furious with the owl, but he couldn't afford to delay his travel any longer. So he decided to put aside his fear of bad omens and continue the journey. But before he left, he called his archer and ordered him to shoot the pesky owl. The swan and the owl were sitting on the branch of the owl's tree. The archer shot an arrow towards the branch. The owl flew away quickly, but the swan was slow to move. "Oh no, ah!" cried the swan as the arrow hit him. The swan died in an instant. The owl was horrified seeing this. He was filled with remorse. "If I had not been so vain and jealous, the swan would not have died. My foolish charade caused the death of my dear friend," rued the owl. The moral of the story is, do not envy others. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to listen to other stories as well.